They say if you stare into darkness long enough, something stares back at you. In this video, you will discover 3 terrifying real stories that most people can't even finish watching. Can you? Fact 1. The shadow people of military bases. Have you ever felt someone watching you in an empty room? Now imagine that happening in a deserted military base. In 1974, at an abandoned military base in Nevada, security guards started reporting something eerie. Shadowy, human-like figures appeared on thermal cameras. But there was something horribly wrong. These figures emitted no body heat. They weren't just shadows. They moved, watched, and even approached the guards. One guard claimed he locked himself in a room after seeing one of these things standing silently outside his door. For hours. Even more disturbing, multiple security officers resigned that same week. Are these just tricks of the mind, or something far beyond our comprehension, lurking in the dark corners of forgotten places? Fact 2. The Taos Hum Mystery. What if the scariest thing isn't what you see, but what you hear and can't escape? Since the 1990s, residents of Taos, New Mexico, have reported hearing a bizarre low-frequency hum. It's not coming from any machines. It doesn't show on sound meters. Yet it's there, keeping people awake at night, driving some to the brink of madness. NASA, universities, even military experts have tried to locate the source. Nothing. Some locals believe it's the Earth itself crying. Others think it's an experimental weapon testing on civilians. The hum still haunts the town. If you were there, would you start losing your sanity? Or maybe your soul? Fact 3. The vanishing village of Verde. An entire village wiped off the map in a single night. No bodies, no traces, only whispers of fear. In 1923, the small village of Verde, Brazil, with 600 inhabitants, disappeared overnight. The army found houses intact, food still cooking on fires, even school books on desks. But the people? Gone. All they found was a message scratched onto the school blackboard. No one is safe. Historians, investigators, journalists, none could explain the event. To this day, Verde remains an unsolved mystery. Could it have been a mass abduction, or did they cross over into another dimension? And if you think these are the scariest, wait until fact number 7. It's so chilling, it was banned in some countries. Fact 4. Time slips of Bold Street. What if you stepped into a store and came out 60 years in the past? In Liverpool, UK, there is a street known not only for its shops, but for something far darker. Locals call it the Street of Time Slips. Over the decades, multiple people reported walking into shops, only to find themselves surrounded by people dressed in 1950s fashion, using old currency and speaking in accents long gone. Some described trying to leave the shop, only to see that the entire street had shifted to another era. And just as suddenly as they arrived, they'd be thrown back to the present. No one has ever explained these cases. Is Bold Street a glitch in time? Or is the past trying to break into our present? Fact 5. Ancient alien cave paintings in India. What if ancient humans weren't alone? In Chhattisgarh, India, deep inside unexplored caves, archaeologists found ancient paintings over 10,000 years old, depicting figures with elongated heads, large black eyes, and hovering discs in the sky. Local tribes still worship these star people, believing they came from the skies to teach humans farming, medicine, and even war. But here's the twist. These images are eerily similar to descriptions of modern UFO encounters. Could our ancestors have met beings from other worlds? Or did they leave these warnings for us? Fact 6. The Nazca three-fingered mummies. When science meets the impossible, only fear remains. In Peru, near the Nazca lines, bizarre mummified bodies were unearthed. They had elongated skulls, reptilian-like skin, and only 3 fingers on each hand. When DNA analysis was performed, the results were shocking. Parts of their DNA had no match to any known human, animal, or even primate on Earth. Governments, scientists, skeptics, all tried to bury the story. But the images, the tests, the evidence are out there. Could these be remnants of an ancient non-human civilization? Or visitors who never left? Fact 7. The haunting of Orion Bridge, Japan. Would you still drive if you knew what awaits in your back seat? On Orion Bridge in Japan, hundreds of drivers have reported the same chilling phenomenon. While crossing the bridge at night, they see a woman with long, wet black hair sitting silently in their back seat, through the rearview mirror. But when they turn around, nothing. Yet some drivers claim they could feel her cold breath, smell her damp hair, and worse. Some cars have crashed off the bridge, with drivers' last words being, "She's still there, urban legend, or a cursed place where the dead seek company on lonely roads." Fact 8. The whispering trees of Aokigahara. Not all forests are made of trees. Some are made of screams. In Japan's infamous suicide forest, Aokigahara, visitors report hearing voices calling their name, feeling invisible hands grabbing them. Locals say the trees are cursed, feeding on the sorrow of those who die there. Sound recordists have captured whispers, unexplained static, and screams that aren't audible to the human ear until played back. Is Aokigahara alive? And if so, does it crave more souls? Fact 9. The Grinning Man of New Jersey. He has no pupils. He never speaks. He just smiles. In the 1960s, residents of New Jersey began reporting a strange, tall man in a shiny suit, with a grotesque, permanent grin stretched across his face. They called him the Grinning Man. Witnesses say he would appear on roadsides, staring without blinking, then vanish without a trace. Some believe he's an alien. Others think he's an ancient entity feeding off fear. To this day, sightings still occur. If you saw him, would you smile back? Fact 10. The haunted mirror of Myrtle's plantation. Some mirrors reflect more than just your face. At the Myrtle's plantation in Louisiana, there's a mirror said to trap the souls of the plantation's original owners, who were poisoned in cold blood. Visitors report seeing handprints, faces of women and children, and even messages scratched from the inside. Photos have captured ghostly images that can't be explained. They say if you stare long enough, the spirits stare back. Would you dare look and risk seeing what's on the other side? And if you think you've seen it all, fact number 11 might be the most cursed location you've never heard of. But that's only if you survive the nightmares from tonight's stories.